Now let's look at the cloud data warehouse and data lake modernization use case. A large number of our customers are on this journey where they are moving from on-premise data warehouses to cloud sources like AWS or Azure or Google Cloud or Snowflake. And here, the key differentiators Informatica brings in is the key, comprehensive metadata and data connectivity to allow people to both get insights on their data assets as well as move these data assets to different sources. It is multi-cloud. We are independent. We are neutral. So we allow users to shift to any platform. We help them make that decision quickly, not only for today. We also make sure that tomorrow, if one of the departments in their organization wants to go to a different cloud with all the metadata insights that we have collected, that particular process would be as easy as choosing a cloud provider today. So assessing data quality, identifying data sources, all of these are some of the key differentiators that we bring in. Cloud data integration is the main product that leads the charge on cloud data warehouse. But we also have products like Data Catalog, Informatica Axon, and Data Privacy Management that help with meeting the key requirements of cloud data warehouse modernization. Let's look at some of the clear capabilities that help here. Data discovery and cloud data integration. Today, we can integrate Cloud DI if somebody has Informatica Cloud DI and Informatica EDC. They can integrate both of these products so that data engineers, when they are in Informatica Cloud DI and looking at for the most trusted source of data on a particular area, they can use the same data catalog search from within the cloud data integration environment. All the capabilities that we have in the data catalog search, they apply here. The machine learning based search result ranking, ability to identify more trusted data sets. You will be able to then use from the results that you have in the cloud DI canvas, you can then choose the right data assets and create a mapping on top of it. So this reduces the data discovery time that users take by about 80 to 90%. Data engineers don't need to look for data assets across multiple different data sources. Once the data catalog knows about it, they can easily search for it and then bring it into their data engineering canvas as well. We can do next transformation recommendation. Claire uses all the metadata that we have captured in the cloud metadata repository by being able to look at organizations that have opted in to receive these recommendations. So metadata from all of these organizations, we only look at metadata. We never look at data or expressions or anything like that, but metadata about data lineage, metadata about mappings are all used to be able to then provide these next transformation recommendations that can help in accelerating development of the pipelines for data assets. A large number of organizations have already signed up for these CLAIRE-based recommendations, and we only see the usage of this particular free feature growing in the future. CLAIRE can provide intelligent structured discovery for semi-structured files, for log files where the structure is not apparent. Our Project Atlantic Intelligent Structured Discovery ISD capability allows users to quickly identify the structure from these data assets, curate the structure of these data assets. It uses a genetic algorithm to do this, and uses custom machine learning based named entity recognition to even identify entities inside these semi-structured files. Again, with this CLAIRE capability, it reduces dramatically the amount of time it takes to integrate these semi-structured files with other structured files and structured sources in the organization. It also helps in detecting any PII information so that users can then choose to mask that information, even if it is coming from semi-structured files and log files. So really important capabilities that CLAIRE provides to be able to do these cloud data warehouse and data lake modernization use case, because in the cloud, there are new formats. There are always formats, going to be formats like Parquet and Avro and JSON, XML and log files, and these kind of data assets that users are dealing with. And with intelligent structured discovery, we are able to automate the key part of translating that semi-structured formats to a format that can be used for data integration. Integrated data quality insights are useful for cloud data warehouse and modernization as well, because you can first look at data quality score results and then decide which data assets to migrate to the cloud or not. Same with data lineage. Data lineage helps with identifying which data assets can move to the cloud. You can prioritize whether you want to move data assets that have large number of reports assigned to them, or do you want to move data assets that are standalone first to the cloud and in phased manner move everything else to the cloud. Advanced domain and entity discovery help identify PII data and PHI, PCI data, sensitive data in the data lakes before they become available to end users. As I said before, end users don't want to access this privacy data. As long as data stewards and data curators take care of making sure that this information is properly masked before it reaches them, they are happy. But for data curators to be able to do that, they need a scalable way to identify where sensitive data is available. And again, domain discovery and entity discovery comes in for the cloud data warehouse and data lakehouse modernization use cases, and helps identify where sensitive data lies in, automatically help identify the location and proliferation of such data sets, and help users mask it. Again, here the key capabilities are not only the rule-based domain and entity discovery, but we also use clustering using data similarity, which is based on Bray-Curtis and Jaccard coefficients. It bucketizes the problem of finding similar data sets across a large number of data sets. And that's where we reduce the amount of time that's required to do this data similarity across millions of data assets in a scalable manner. Data quality rule recommendations are helpful here. Again, assigning concepts to data quality rules. And as this data moves from your data warehouse on-premise to cloud and cloud data lakes, the same data quality rules can then be applied to the instances of data that are available there. Data marketplace is a key use case that we added. This is about line of business users being able to shop for data, being able to identify what data they need, allowing to be able to request access for that data assets as well. And the key products here are, of course, Informatica Axon, that has the data marketplace capability with supporting roles from enterprise data catalog, Informatica data quality, and cloud data integration to help provision this data set as well. Let's look at some of the clear capabilities that help with this key use case of data marketplace. It allows for data provisioning, and what data provisioning is once the users shop for data, the business users shop for data, it allows users self-service access to these governed data assets. And here we leverage the integration that we have with our data catalog to provide curated data sets to data consumers. Data consumers understand what are the available options by looking at the options in the data marketplace, and then only choose those options that they can then use for their data analytics need. Fit for use quality insights are provided right within the data marketplace interface. Here, the real-time reporting is done on the quality of self-service data assets, and this is measured against those same data quality standards that have been created for the concepts and the data quality concepts that we were talking about earlier. And these link to technical rules has to be done once for one concept. And then every time we find, let's say, a customer ID, we can quickly apply the data quality rule that has to be applied against it, automating the work needed for doing this again and again for every single customer ID that's available and all the different key data elements. We provide a data sharing acceptable usage policy, which is dynamic. It looks at all the terms and conditions based on the type of data that the users are looking for. Active privacy governance is very similar to security and risk, but there is with one key difference, and that is the ability to identify subject data that is very important for regulations like GDPR. And here, the key product is data privacy management with supporting roles from Enterprise Data Catalog, Axon, and Informatica Data Quality. Here, Claire helps with automatic subject registry management. And what's subject registry? A subject registry is a place where you have information about all the key subjects that you care about, and this helps in searching for where does information about a particular user resides in. So for example, let's say I'm a customer of Acme Inc. and I want them to delete all my data. I can submit a DSAR request for my right to forget, have them forget all the data they have about me. Subject registry helps in identifying where all information about Gaurav Pathak is in their organization by looking at all the criteria, each of the fields in context of the subject, in this case me, and determines where is the sensitive data for it. Is it in an unstructured file, in a PDF file, in databases, data warehouses? It helps users improve regulatory compliance by then helping them delete and remove my data from there. Advanced discovery of sensitive domains, we have already talked about that, is very, very useful for CCPA and GDPR. Classification policies to process linkage is available as well, which makes automatically correlation of privacy policies to governance processes that are defined in Axon. And this helps in for operational controls for identifying data risk exposures. So in Axon, you create policies about how PII data should be accessed, how PHI data should be accessed, and associate them to processes in Axon as well. And these processes can be business processes where such data can be used. DPM classification and policies are also associated to Axon policies. And now, once DPM, data privacy management, is able to find the right systems where these sensitive data exists, all of these policies and processes are identified that work with this sensitive data. They can be properly marked and enables proactive policy alerting to give stakeholders ability to track critical policy violations. We talked about user behavior analytics, ability to find incorrect user behavior when they are trying to add sensitive data. We use multiple different ML techniques to be able to do so properly. In machine learning operations and data ops, we also have clear capabilities that can help with it today. And again, cloud data integration, enterprise data catalog, and Axon are the main products that help with that. Here, we in DEI and data integration, we are using a way in which users can deploy machine learning models inside of data integrations to operationalize them. So this helps orchestration of this machine learning models and data pipeline. So you can go and create a model in Data Robot, and then you can bring that model into a DEI pipeline and help run that pipeline from getting the source data to the end prediction that the model comes out with, and you can automate all of that within our data integration pipelines. We can optimize deployment of these pipelines with operational insights. And again, operational insight uses a lot of machine learning techniques to be able to look at resource utilization trends, data volume processing projections, and offers help with capacity planning. So if there is a particular node that is under a lot of heavy load, operational insights will be able to identify that. Sometimes able to predict that a particular node is going to go down by looking at various different statistics and alert administrators saying that you need to distribute work to other nodes so that users can optimize resource capacity, and then based on that they can then do things like chargeback models to the organization as well.